Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something that's really shifting the ground beneath our feet. We're talking about how artificial intelligence has turned cybersecurity from, a game of defense into a real-time battle for survival.
A high-stakes battle, for sure.
So our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack the source material on AI's dual role here.
This kind of double agent role it's playing?
Exactly. It's somehow the ultimate weapon for the attackers and at the same time, the best hope for the rest of us. It's a fight that's all about speed.
And to really get the gravity of that, you have to picture the landscape now as what the sources are calling the invisible battlefield.
Okay.
I mean, this isn't people versus people anymore. The key difference, the thing that changes everything, is the speed of operations.
Machine speed.
Exactly. The war happens at machine speed. So the time between an attacker finding a weakness and, being inside your system can be milliseconds. Humans literally can't react that fast.
So that acceleration, that's the big plot twist. AI has, as they say, entered the chat.
And it's the hacker's fiercest adversary, and at the same time, their new best friend.
The ultimate double-edged sword.
Precisely. Because its power is just so scalable and so immediate.
And we've seen this coming, in a way. I mean, digital conflict has been evolving for decades. You can go all the way back to 1988 to the Morris worm.
Oh, yeah.
That was the moment that really showed everyone just how fragile the early internet was. The sources call it the internet's toddler with a hammer.
A perfect description. Just smashing things without really knowing why.
But the big shift, the thing that really set the stage for today, was in the 2010s. That's when cybercrime just stopped being a hobby.
It became a business, a global corporate business model.
Right. The sophistication level just skyrocketed.
For sure. Ransomware became this organized, really profitable enterprise. We went from, a few isolated incidents to these groups with R&D departments. They were moving from an evil garage band, as one source puts it, to a multi-platinum crime syndicate.
Which brings us to today. The 2025 rise of the machines, where human speed is, well, it's frankly irrelevant.
It is completely irrelevant. This is the era of AI agents that are just autonomously hacking networks.
On their own.
On their own. We're talking about tools designed to find thousands of vulnerabilities in a few hours. I mean, look at the example of XBOW-AI.
Yeah, that was incredible.
This is an autonomous hacking agent that just shot to the top of the HackerOwn bug bounty leaderboard. It submitted over 1,000 verified bugs in a couple of months.
Wow.
So when an AI is finding zero-day exploits faster than your developers can even write the patches for them, the defenders are already losing.
That really sets up the advantage perfectly. So how does it actually work? How is an AI breaching systems at this insane speed? The sources seem to break it down into a pretty clear three-step attack chain. And the key is that there's very little human oversight needed.
Minimal.
So step one is reconnaissance. This is where the AI is just scanning millions of targets at once, right? Looking for weak spots.
Yeah, like a super caffeinated detective. It's finding those weaknesses faster than a sysadmin can even realize they, forgot to update something.
And once it finds a vulnerability, it just moves right on to step two.
Instantly. Step two is intrusion. The AI uses exploits. Sometimes it even creates them on the fly to just slip right through that crack. It's like a digital ghost.
And because it's at machine speed, our normal detection methods, they don't even have time to fire.
But there's no time for an alert. By the time a human sees a notification, the AI is already on to step three.
Which is
chaos.
chaos.
Pretty much. The AI just automates the whole evil plan, stealing data, deploying ransomware, or just, wreaking havoc for the sake of it. The human just kicked off the process.
And the quality of these attacks.
Right.
It's not what we're used to.
Oh, not at all. The sophistication is what's truly terrifying. We're talking about AI generating personalized phishing emails with, complex, context-aware language. The source says there are emails that would make Shakespeare jealous.
So your intuition, your gut feeling about a scam email, it's useless now.
Completely neutralized.
Let's dig into that a little more because this is what the sources call automation on steroids. It's the AI handling the whole attack, right down to writing the ransom note.
And writing it with perfect grammar. It's the end of the "Dear Sir Madam, I am Prince from Nigeria" era. These messages are credible. They're convincing.
And there's real-world proof of this.
Absolutely. The sources cite Russian malware that was found being used in Ukraine. It was using large language models to generate its own commands autonomously.
So it's like giving the supervillain a PhD in computer science.
That's a great way to put it. It can adapt and operate without a human constantly giving it orders.
But this isn't just about governments and skies. It's trickling down. the sources talk about the commercialization of all this, evil as a service.
And that's the really scary part. It's a marketplace now. Attackers are marketing AI-powered ransomware tools like they're a new software product.
With feature lists and everything. Yeah.
Advanced evasion, military-grade encryption. One source calls it Amazon for cybercriminals. You can just subscribe to a service that delivers digital destruction.
And if you can't afford this subscription...
There are the DIY Doom kits.
Right.
Exactly. Tools like Villager and Hexstrike AI, they're out there, and they just crush the barrier to entry. So the warning from the sources is that, your neighbor's kid could now hack like a seasoned pro. The threat pool is getting wider, not just deeper.
So if AI is arming both sides, this really is the ultimate boss battle, defense versus offense. But it feels like the attackers still have the high ground. Why is that?
Well, the core problem isn't really the tech itself. It's more of a systemic issue. It all boils down to what the sources call the patching problem.
Okay.
The AI attacks are moving at machine speed, right? But the defense software updates, security fixes, human responses, that all still moves at human speed.
It's a race between a cheetah and a sloth.
And the sloth is writing the code. The defense is just always playing catch up, and that gap is getting wider every day.
And that's made worse by just business realities. The sources mention these misaligned incentives in the tech industry.
It's the constant pressure to be first to market. Companies prioritize new features over solid security. The motto is, ship it now, patch it later.
YOLO development.
Exactly. That's the term one source used, YOLO. And that corporate mindset, that inertia, is exactly what these AI tools are built to exploit.
So with these systemic flaws, it's no wonder experts are warning about a potential singularity event.
Yes. The fear is that we'll hit a tipping point where AI just permanently shifts the advantage to the attackers. That's the moment when, as the experts say, it might just be game over, man.
And the financial cost.
No.
It puts this all in perspective. David Cass, the CISO at Harvard, he's quoted saying that in 30 minutes, companies can lose $25 million to AI-driven attacks.
In the time it takes to watch an episode of The Office.
That kind of financial damage really just hammers home the cost of this speed we're talking about.
And it's that scale that Naveen Balakrishnan was talking about, this democratization of cybercrime. AI makes attacks faster, sure, but the bigger deal is that it makes them accessible.
So anyone can cosplay as a Bond villain.
That's the quote, yeah. And it means we're facing these super effective coordinated attacks from just a much larger group of people.
And it is a global threat. I mean, you have security legends like Bruce Schneier warning that these AI agents are on par with elite human hackers.
Right, and they can automate the entire attack chain all over the world all at once. It creates this continuous, overwhelming global threat.
So how do we fight back? What are the battle plans?
Well, we have to move past the old models. The first strategy is all about AI governance that actually works.
Which means really vetting the AI tools you're using for defense. You have to monitor them constantly, not just for what they do, but for their own security flaws.
It's that old phrase, trust but verify.
And then verify again. You have to know what these tools are doing on your network.
And strategy 2 is probably the most crucial one for survival. Building a human plus AI dream team.
So not just relying on the machines.
No, you can't. You can't cede total control, but you also can't keep up without them. You have to integrate AI defense tools, the ones that can fight at machine speed with human expertise. We're still needed for the strategy for the ethical calls.
So we become, as the sources put it, cyber centaurs.
I love that term.
Human judgment riding on top of AI capability. That combination really seems like the only way to counter these machine speed attacks.
Look, the AI is here. This future war for your data.
Yeah.
It's not the future. It's happening right now. Cybersecurity isn't about building a wall anymore. It's about adaptive intelligence.
And that war demands these new partnerships between humans and machines, which I think leaves us with the ultimate question for you, the listener, to think about.
Yes, a big one.
Will we be fast enough and smart enough to harness AI to defend civilization? Or will we fall behind and let it empower a whole new generation of digital supervillains?
And the answer really does depend on the strategic choices we're all making starting today.
And just on a practical note for everyone listening, given everything we've talked about, your basic antivirus isn't enough. You need to be thinking about zero trust principles, constantly validating who and what is on your network. And remember, that harmless-looking email in your inbox, it could have been written by an incredibly advanced AI, so stay safe out there.